Them again where they have all of that placements.
You can do that one.
Description.
First, let's get it rolling.
Starting from beginning.
My passion is anti-aging. And I've always thought to myself, I don't mind growing older, but I want to stay young in the process. And I think that's what all of us want, don't we? We don't mind growing older if we can stay young and healthy. And that's what Y-Age is all about. A new method, a new approach to staying younger as we age. Now, how is this possible? Well, there are a number of reasons why we age. One of them is free radical damage. Many of you are familiar with the importance of antioxidants in our health. However, did you know that if you take the average antioxidant pill, like vitamin C, that it will go in and out of your body in about 45 minutes. So that means you're not getting complete protection of your body from the vitamin C throughout the day. If you really wanted the vitamin C to be effective, you'd have to take it at least 3 times per day. And for most people, this is just not going to happen. So Y-Age is a new approach to elevating antioxidant levels in the body that is completely effective and completely convenient. Imagine just putting a single patch on your body and you've got antioxidant protection from morning to night. That's what Y-Age is all about. Now, when I developed this product and I looked at the role that antioxidants play in the body, I thought that if we were going to use LifeWave technology to elevate our antioxidants, what better choice than glutathione? Now, many people have not heard of glutathione, and this is actually quite surprising because glutathione is actually the master antioxidant in the body. What we find, and what scientists from around the world have found, is that if you elevate your glutathione levels, you will actually elevate the other antioxidants in your body as well, such as vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, and coenzyme Q10. So glutathione truly is the miracle nutrient. Now, unfortunately, there haven't really been very many effective ways at elevating glutathione until now. For example, glutathione injections have been used for years in hospitals to leach heavy metals such as mercury out of the body, and that has been wonderful because it has saved people's lives. However, a single injection of glutathione costs over $200, and because glutathione has a half-life of 7 to 10 minutes, that means after getting that $200 injection, your glutathione levels will drop back to normal just after 1 hour. So you really can't use a glutathione injection as a means for an anti-aging program. So what about glutathione pills? Well, unfortunately, glutathione pills don't work very well either. You see, after 30 days of using a glutathione pill once per day, the average increase in glutathione levels will only be from 10 to 15%. So what else is there? What can we do? The solution, of course, is the LifeWave Y-Age glutathione patch. With this phenomenal new product, we can elevate glutathione levels by over 300%, not in 1 month, but just within 24 hours. I would encourage you to go to the research section of the LifeWave website and look at the clinical research and the clinical studies that have been done on our Y-age glutathione patch. Now, how do we use this phenomenal patch product? Well, it's really very simple. We have several locations in our brochure that we recommend for the application of this patch. Many people apply the patch below the belly button or between the chest. We can use the patch as often as we like. Most people will apply the patch 3 days per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, because glutathione is such a powerful antioxidant, one of the things that it's capable of doing is leaching heavy metals such as mercury from the body. Some people will experience a detoxification effect of mercury within the first day or two of using this patch. So don't worry, that's completely normal. Just make sure, like with any detoxification product, that you are drinking plenty of water during this process. And should you experience any detox symptoms, such as a sore throat, then simply remove the patch and then apply it another day. I think what you'll find is that you will have a dramatic improvement in your health after only a short period of time of using the Y-age glutathione patch, and you will make it a regular part of your anti-aging program. The second part of our Y-age system is the Y-age carnosine patch. Now again, most people are not familiar with the nutrient carnosine. Actually, research has been done for many years in Europe on the benefits of this miracle nutrient. Now again, Y-age is all about a new method for slowing down or even reversing some of the negative effects of aging. So what role does carnosine play in this? Well, carnosine has the remarkable ability of functioning as an antioxidant that protects the interior of our cells. Carnosine also has the unique ability of cleaning the inside of the cells. In studies that have been done with carnosine, what has been shown is quite remarkable. That old dying cells that were supplemented with carnosine over a very short period of time look like young, healthy cells. Not only that, but in laboratory studies, it has been shown that carnosine has the remarkable ability to increase lifespan by 30 to 40%. So as you can see, there are really good reasons why you should be using carnosine as a part of your anti-aging program. Now, again, there are not many good methods available on the market today for elevating carnosine levels, but LifeWave does have a solution. Simply apply the carnosine patch to your body in the morning, and throughout the day, the LifeWave carnosine patch will elevate your body's levels of carnosine. Another benefit that people experience from using the carnosine patch is a dramatic improvement in athletic performance. You see, carnosine is stored in the heart and in the skeletal muscle. And because of this, many athletes have found that carnosine can give them that natural edge against the competition, in addition to having remarkable anti-aging benefits.
All right.
Simply follow the instructions in our brochures on the proper locations for the use of carnosine. Now, when you're using our glutathione patch on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we recommend applying the carnosine patch on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Carnosine and glutathione together have remarkable anti-aging properties, and we know that you're going to love these products and they'll soon become your favorites. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Whoever made it here, because I have not texted today, no one. I just was in a position that I could, and we just got here. This is my office for my functional medicine coaching. And we were so busy with Steve just fixing it up. So I had no time at all to text you.
And
So
Steve is grazing on granola.
let me see what he's eating. I have to watch him, you know. At least it's organic, non-GMO. Very good, Steve. Very good. Nice progress.
Thank you.
Premium organic granola. Okay, there we go. So welcome everyone. And today, this is not this high-fire meeting of network marketing. This is just our regular meeting with Steve, and we will talk about glutathione specifically. And we will give you our own continuation testimonies, what Patch is doing for us. And then we want to hear from you, your questions or testimonies or anything you want to ask. So hopefully we won't be.
Question.
Okay.
If Randy is in tonight, can he tell me whether or not pilots use seeing eye dogs to help fly the plane?
Okay, is Randy here? I don't know.
That'll be my question for Randy.
Yes, okay. Is Randy here? I don't think so.
He may not.
He's not, but his better half is here.
Then you could ask him that for me. I'd like to know if pilots ever use seeing eye dogs to help fly the plane.
He might need one. His contact lens came out of his right eye the other day driving to work with his buddy. And his buddy turned to him and said, "Oh my gosh, Randy, your right eyeball's coming out."
There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, well, that's Steve. You know, you got to know him more and better since his LifeWave, and we're kind of getting together more often. And you know that he's a comedian and a joker. So
And Randy's good-hearted for this, so I love it if he's
yes,
around.
he forgives him all the jokes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, so what I want to do right now, few of you that you are here, and hopefully people will watch this program on our X39 YouTube.
Benoon X39.
Benoon X39 YouTube, but I have a calendar that I hope that everybody has when you're planning out your days and your activities. And I want you to do this with me. Every Tuesday and every Thursday, you will put in there www.explorex39.com. And you're going to put 9 p.m. Eastern.
That's the one that's 30 minutes, right?
No, that's the one that you can plug into for network marketing training with our super shining upline of Todd and Shannon, because they are so good at this. And
They do theirs for 30 minutes though.
well, that's on Thursday. 30 minutes is their
Okay.
webinar.
Okay.
So again, Tuesday, because I won't be texting you. See what's happening. I have 50 people on my text. And then I have to take like whole hour and a half, just everybody texting, because we are not all on one text. I have to do everybody separately. And it's just became so tiring to do it Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And now I'm not saying you have to go to every single one of those. It's depending on your schedule. I just want you to know that there is place to plug in, meet other people in LifeWave, hear testimonies, and be trained constantly. And those people are so on fire that I go there just to get on fire, like just to get encouraged.
And
And
Galen posted that in the chat for those of you that need to
thank you,
copy and paste
Galen,
it.
so much. And so basically, I want you to be plugged in to know that you have a place to go if your time allows. Okay, so again, Tuesdays, you're going to put www.explorex39.com. That's all you need to go to, and then they will let you in 9 p.m. Eastern. The same exact website is on a Thursday night. www.explorex39.com, 9 p.m. Eastern. Now, that one is a 30-minute webinar training, and they always have some sort of guest. And that one is not interactive, meaning that you're not going to see all these other people or be able to ask questions. That will be just something you watch. You watch it for 30 minutes and they're exactly on time. And they always, you can always learn new information. Or if you have any new people, that you have people you're bringing into this business, you can bring them there because they're going to get basics. And that's what you should do, because otherwise it's a really hard work if it's all on you. So know that there is upline to help you with this. You can plug in and always know it's there 100%. And another one I want you to write down, and I'm writing it down too, because believe it or not, I'm not a network marketer. I need just as much encouragement as you do. I'm just, I deal with the science of it and health of it and what it does in human body. I'm not this on fire network marketing person. So I need help too, to get me on fire, to be able to share and know what to do and how to share. So let me see. There is website to go to. It's okay. Saturday, 10 o'clock. In the morning, for the morning people. Like, let's say you can't make it Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday, that you're tired, you come from work, you can't do it. Then go Saturday, 10 a.m., www.x39legacybuilder.com. And it's again, www.x39legacybuilder.com. You just come in there and it's a training, and I was on those trainings and I try to plug in as much as I can. I was there too, not last Saturday, I couldn't do it. Yesterday I couldn't do it, but I was there last week. They had me they called on me to speak, so I did. And there is tremendous amount of people there training, talking, and testimonies, and people are sharing their experiences in business and with the patch. There was, for example, a testimony of a man almost in tears because after several months of using patch, his wife couldn't hear out of right ear for like, I don't know how long, years. And one night, something popped in her ear and suddenly hearing appeared, like she can hear now. And the man was just almost in tears. I mean, I could see that he's fighting tears. That, what can happen with this patch is that it works on stem cell activation and repair of things in your body that you might not be aware of. And you might want certain results yourself, but something else gets fixed that you didn't really think about. And this is exactly what happened just to Steve. So do you want to tell us
Yeah.
your experience?
But the only popping we normally hear at our house is if I'm snoring and I get pop, stop.
Yeah.
And before I go to tell this testimony, I do have for Catherine and Randy, I've got a great idea. You guys need to have a patch your plane party.
Okay, patch your plane.
Yeah, because see, Randy's a pilot, so they could call it
Okay.
patch your plane.
Okay.
That'll
yeah,
scare
that's-
everybody. Nobody will want to come to the party probably though if you
That's
say that.
right.
But anyway, in all seriousness,
Right, so we have here, so again, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Now, don't forget us on Sunday, we will be here always, unless we have emergency or we have to travel and we're in a car or whatever. Maybe we can even figure out how to do it from a car just by, you will hear us, but it is www.x39hub.com, and we are here every Sunday, 8 o'clock.
yeah, this is going to definitely be a
PM
dedicated
Eastern.
one there. So,
Yeah.
the thing is things that happen to you become very subtle. And for those of you, you already know, I was talking about, I think last week, I began to notice I could sleep on my left side. And that continues to be the case. I can sleep on my left side again for the first time in 12 years, which is really miraculous. But the other thing that happened that I guess it's already been going on for a while, but I didn't realize what it was. even when I would travel back and forth to Florida, you know, I have progressive lenses prescription, but I have all my glasses separately because it drives me nuts to use progressive lenses. And my latest prescription is really over the top. My reading part is 500 right eye, 425 left eye, stigmatism, and left eye, I believe it is. So they have to correct for that. They have to correct for the driving. The driving is pretty high as well. And I noticed in my driving glasses, for some reason, they just would not work. So finally, I ended up taking and having to go back. I dug up an old pair. I can't hardly see out of them because they're so dirty, but scratched up, I mean, wise. And that worked better, which is on the driving part over 100 points down than what the new one is. And the new one worked great when I first got it, but at any rate there, my reading is what really was driving me crazy. Even if I'm wearing, I can't use store-bought, they're too weak. Even 325s are too weak. I have to use minimum 400 if I'm going to use like what you'd call just a generic pair. And so I normally wear 400s. And for the generic pair, the black ones that I normally wear are just the 400s, and also have 500s as well. But that really became a problem. I'm thinking, well, maybe the glasses are dirty or something. So I clean, nothing would do anything. And then I got to thinking, you know, there's got to be something different because everything from this distance was blurry on the computer. And then I realized I had to get within about 3 inches of the screen on the computer before my vision would clear up with the glasses on. Well, that tells me they were way too strong. And I could not believe it. What do you mean way too strong? I've had to wear these like this now for a couple of years. And so I then took and I went and got a pair of the ones that I used to have that were like 300s. They were still too strong. And I'm like, no way. So Jana started having to wear glasses about 2 years ago for reading, and she started off with 150s and 175, and then 200s, I think is where she's at now. And I found a pair of her 200s in her nightstand, and I grabbed those, put those on, and it was perfect. No problem at all. I say perfect until yesterday, I found a pair of 175s that she had, and I put those on for computer reading distance. That was perfect, the 175. So I have 2/3 better sight now from obviously from my stem cells repairing the eyes. And I will say I have wondered, could that possibly happen? But I didn't look into it to see if it corrected vision or not. But for me now, and I've been on the patch now for about 4 months, my vision is correcting now.
Yes, and that was very unexpected. As you know, eyes don't get better. They get worse. So that's
And I haven't
just-
beat my head against the rock like the eagle does either.
Okay, so very unexpected, and now he's using my glasses, and we were just in Kroger's, and he was looking for his own, so that he doesn't have feminine glasses.
Well, at
And
least this pair didn't look too feminine. I
Right,
did
right,
get
right.
the 175s are like wings and little
Yeah.
leopard
And he-
sides on there. Don't laugh, Ron.
Yeah, and he started to have these problems with eyes, and even our daughter who's 15, she tells me, Mom, we gotta take dad to doctor. He's complaining about these eyes and blurred vision.
Oh
What
yeah,
do
it's
you
having
mean?"
double
And I
vision.
was like, I don't know. I mean, that was just such a new thing. And I was almost made like calling doctor, going to appointment. And then he figured out that his prescription that he had are too strong. So we can only say it's patch because what else did he do different? I mean, he's really not.
No, I
done
didn't
anything.
increase the donut intake or anything. So it
Right.
couldn't have been that.
So anyway, so that's amazing. And for me, I have continuing benefits. I have some bad days and good days, but less bad days than I used to have. It's always good days outweigh the bad, and my bad days are not as bad as they used to be. But I had a major vein problem after what I was injected. It was a major damage done to my epithelium on the inside of my veins. And how my veins reacted is that they all disappeared, literally disappeared. Even when I went to ketamine treatments,
Any type of IV therapy, they couldn't
just
get it any
could
longer.
not get anything. They would use ultrasound. They tried my feet. They did, I mean, they had to stick me 10 times before I could even get a treatment. When I appeared in their office, they were all scared because they knew that there will be a major problem. And it happened only from the vein damage that I had to my veins.
Because you always
So-
had easy
Right.
veins to do.
So anyway, what's happening now is that my veins were not even here on my front. They completely disappeared. They didn't exist. You know, like you have veins here. Well, I am starting to see veins are popping up, and I'm seeing them coming back. And I will go, of course, for blood tests, and I'm gonna go to doctor and see, because when that happened to us, it was a certain tragedy. You're gonna know about this eventually. I just can't talk about it right now. I was told by doctors they have no medication and no way of helping me. They only rely on my own body to fix itself. Time
Yeah.
and that my body is gonna figure this out, you know. And when doctor tells you that, you just don't know. You just kind of
Yeah.
just go with it.
And I would have massive
Um,
swelling in my legs as a result of the
Yeah,
same
of the
treatment.
vein issues as well, because he was also injected with the same substances. And so what happened is that we are getting better in that area, and I'm actually looking and feeling that things are improving in that area. So I'm excited for that. Anyway, so again, I wanted to remind you today, the websites. Even if you don't hear from me text, I'll try to do this every time, but I don't promise anymore because it's really getting difficult for me to be texting that many people individually. So at least you who are here tonight, write that in your calendars, know that these are resources for you. And many times you're gonna see me there. I'll just be there with you because I am just like you. I just like to get this training, okay, with these people. Okay, so today is about glutathione. We played David Schmidt in the very beginning. He explained it beautifully. What is glutathione? It is a master antioxidant. There is very beautiful studies that LifeWave company has done on glutathione, and this is how it looks. It comes in a golden envelope when you get it. And one of the placements, and I'm gonna place it right now on Steve in front of you, so you see where we place our glutathione. And we usually wear it at night because we have our day patches. And so instead of having so many, we just kind of decided some of them will be our night patches. And I like to know that my glutathione levels are going up while I sleep. So one of the placements is right where your thyroid is, right here, okay? And you just
That's
place,
just my neck. I ain't got
like in the
no
middle
thyroid.
here. Right, and then you just place the patch right there. And you keep it on for 12 hours. So,
Just kidding.
there we go.
Side effects.
Right, okay. So what happens with that patch is, and I read the studies and I have them here so Steve can share the screen and we can kind of go through them if you wish, or we can actually put a link in chat, Steve. But when you get your glutathione injected by vein or by pills is even worse. When you have an oral ingestion, that's even worse. Our body has a very difficult time raising glutathione levels hold on. Yeah, that's the study. If you can share the screen with okay, yes. Our body has a very difficult time raising glutathione levels with oral ingestion of it, or even with injection. Like when they put it in IV, it is better than taking it by pills, but still it's not very effective because it is something that your own body can make. And when they do it either through pill or with liposomal route or with intravenous route, it is still a synthetic form. And anything in synthetic form made in a lab our body is just not recognizing very well, and it has a hard time raising levels of it. So with the glutathione patch that LifeWave has, it is not putting glutathione in your body. What it causes is your own body to make glutathione, and the levels are raised by 300%. When you take it by oral route, it's only 40% or less. And even with injection is not even 100% at all. So with the patch, it's 300%. This is why the David Schmidt says you don't have to use it every day. You can use it 3 times a week. We are trying to use it 3 times a week unless you have a flu. When you starting a flu, start using it every single night. Sometimes I put it for a night and day when I feel like I'm getting sick. I just put on glutathione because it's excellent against viruses, bacteria. It's good for the immune system. So this is the link for their study. So we can drop this in a chat, Steve. Control C, hold on. Now, what is a precursor for glutathione is your NAC, okay? N-acetylcysteine, it's an amino acid. And this is something you do need to have in a body, and usually you have it in your diet. And if you are a meat eater, if you eat carnivorous diet, that's probably you have enough of it, or you can supplement it. I am a pesco vegan, like I will eat fish, seafood, and no dairy and no meat. So I have to supplement an acetylcysteine. And if you're a vegetarian, you should supplement it. So I'm supplementing it because it's a precursor for your glutathione. And if you supplement it and take this glutathione patch, then your levels just go beautifully up. And it is amazing what it does. Did you drop that study? Okay, in that study, they were able to prove that it actually detoxified some heavy metals out of people and raised levels of glutathione by 300% and more, in some instances over 400%. So I hope that you listened to a beginning video because David Schmidt explained it the most beautiful way. Now I'm going to click on benefits, health benefits of glutathione. There's many. Like for example, this particular site here is WebMD. So some people think that this is very, with a lot of credibility, the WebMD. So you can use that one, what glutathione does in your body. But it has amazing benefits and antioxidant. It is a master and best antioxidant out there. But it's coronary endothelial dysfunction. It helps coronary endothelial dysfunction. So it explains here how it can help basically your veins, your whole coronary system. It's very good for premature babies and their lung health. You know that when babies are born and they have very difficult time keeping their lungs healthy. So it was proven that glutathione levels, when they inject glutathiones to premature babies, it helps them to breathe and keep their lung activity at the highest level. So this is amazing. Now, chronic ear infections, think about kids. Sometimes we think that kids have a lot of glutathione. There is a lot of things out there, free radicals and toxins that lower our glutathione levels. And stress lowers your glutathione levels that we have today. So chronic ear infections are helped with glutathione, okay? The cystic fibrosis, we actually had a lot of people tell us, since we are offering these patches, we are distributor for these patches, and they tell us, a lot of their health issues. And we had several people with CF, cystic fibrosis. So it's nice to know that along X39, they can use glutathione because it is proven to actually help to alleviate symptoms of cystic fibrosis. And you can read about this, and I can drop you this particular link as well in the chat. Okay. Now, there was another article here that you need to know. It reduces oxidative stress. It improves psoriasis. That's kind of like skin condition that's very difficult to control. Reduces cell damage in alcoholic and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And I know that some people who called me have liver problems, and not alcoholic liver problems, just liver problems from unknown reason. And glutathione is enormously important, your levels of glutathione, to keep them high and in optimal levels in your body when you have that problem. In fact, glutathione with your body is made in a liver. So if you have a liver issue, guess what? You have a problem making glutathione. So you definitely need glutathione patch. And it improves insulin resistance in older individuals. So for diabetics, glutathione is absolutely crucial. Increases mobility for people with peripheral artery disease. We already talked about coronary disease, how it helps in heart disease. Reduces symptoms of Parkinson's disease. Now, that's something that we already knew from Dr. Mercola, who did a very good experiment in his office with a gentleman who came in shaking with Parkinson's, and he was stiff and shaking, couldn't even walk. And he injected 3,000 milligrams of glutathione in his vein, and within 30 minutes, it completely improved him, and he stopped shaking, and he was walking out of his office as if he was a young man. So instead of really going for these expensive injections, and they are very expensive. I used to get my glutathione by vein, and the cost was $175 for every IV.
And it only lasts an hour in the
And it
body.
lasted just, you have to keep doing this. And not only that you have to keep doing this, you're getting only synthetic form. And we had these, Dr. Galen was talking with us. We have a video on iConnect FX with him. We couldn't put it on YouTube because we talked about things that YouTube would shut us down.
Yeah, don't talk about it here because you couldn't post this either.
Yeah, exactly. So I won't. But I will tell you, he said that glutathione, that patches will cause for your body to make is 100% bioavailable, meaning it's in a form that your body makes it and needs it. So it's not synthetic. What can be better than that, right? Okay, so it helps fight autoimmune diseases, and how people have autoimmune diseases may reduce oxidative damage in children with autism. So that's important, and may reduce the impact of uncontrolled diabetes, may reduce respiratory disease symptoms. So I'm going to drop you all of these. This is from Healthline, by the way. So I'm going to drop you these links into the chat. Let me copy the link, Steve, so you can drop it there. Control C. And then. So I'm kind of really, I love the fact that LifeWave has glutathione patches, and use it along X39 as a night patch, because I use so many patches during the day that this is like my night patch alongside Alavida patch that I use. And I started to use the carnosine patch only 3 times a week because my levels must have come high. I started to have such clarity of mind, and my brain just worked like when I was 25. Like I could literally work and research and think and remember. Like I was totally surprised. Now that was from carnosine patch. And once your levels of carnosine are elevated, they tend to stay that way as long as you give carnosine to your body regularly. But you don't have to use it every single day. So you can use it 2 or 3 times a week, which is very good because you save money too, right? So you don't have to keep ordering it every month. You can kind of stretch it out after initially raising the levels. So that's what I wanted to tell you about those accompanying patches to X39. While X39 is always the master patch, it's always the most important one. And when you speak to your people, you have to say, look, X39, if I had to choose one patch out of all the patches, I will choose X39. Why? Because it actually activates your, it activates your kappa peptides, and kappa peptides activates stem cell production, and we need our stem cells to repair damaged tissues and organs. Now, when we say that stem cells repair damaged tissues and organs, I always tell people, keep in mind, we are Homo sapiens sapiens. We are not sharks. Like, it's not going to grow third set of your teeth. Okay. That there is a future in dentistry where they're researching how to activate human stem cells within your gums and teeth, because we actually have stem cells there that are dormant. So that's like a future. And I don't think this patch is capable of, maybe, I don't know, maybe when I'm on a patch 3 years, I will start seeing that my stem cells are activating and I'm regrowing a tooth that they took out, I don't know. That's something to see. But I can definitely feel that it is working in my body, and that's what we need for anti-aging, is to keep as much stem cells as we can, as many as we can, and keep them in active status. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about tonight. If anybody has anything to add, let's do that now. Anything from your knowledge. If we have Dr. Galen here, he can speak on this. And if not, if you have any questions about business, or anything that you have questions about, we are here to help. So go ahead and please ask questions. Don't be shy, okay? That's why we're here. So if not, I'm going to call on you just like teachers do. Okay.
All right.
All right, Catherine.
Okay, so I'm doing a detox, and they want me to do 5 days of glutathione, but I've been doing the glutathione patch since December. So it'll be interesting how much the heavy metals push out. I mean, they might not find anything maybe.
Well,
after this 5-day round.
if you read the study that we just dropped in there, it actually, when they were doing studies with the glutathione patch, they found that people were in urine, the mercury levels were growing because you peed
Oh,
out.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
I
Interesting.
dropped it there, the
Yeah.
study, because you need to read the study if you're really interested that deeply into how this works. Yes, it was proven that heavy metals are coming out of your body when you are on a glutathione patch and you raise levels with LifeWave patch. For me, it is like saving money. I don't want to go, for a IV all the time. And also, when you take it orally, you're raising only 40%. Now, keep in mind that X39 patch, X39 raises glutathione by 40%. Already. So when
Right.
you're using a glutathione patch with X39, you're really raising your glutathione levels. And this is why some people also have detox reactions when they're on it. So be very careful about detox reactions. They're real and they can be very scary, very scary. So, yeah.
Right. So another question I had is the different patches, since there's nothing on them, how does it signal? Because I don't think we make carnosine. There's certain nutrients our body
No, we
doesn't.
do. We make carnosine
okay.
out of the alanine and glycine.
Okay, so that particular patch would send kind of that light wave through the body to stimulate that. So to explain that to people of the different patches.
Yes,
glutathione,
and
carnosine.
that's good, Catherine. It's very good what you're saying, because what's important to tell people, you're not taking supplements. If you are taking any supplements, and if you were like me, that I had a full counter in my kitchen of supplements, and then
We have an entire apothecary of supplements.
Yes,
I could open up my own health food store.
Yeah, we could too.
Yes, exactly. So I was doing all of these supplements, and every single one has some inactive ingredients.
Right.
So imagine what you're putting in your body.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So if you can reduce some of those supplements, even because your own body can make them, this is amazing. Because you know what's amazing about our body? That it's a factory. We
Right.
literally make stuff in our body. That's how God created us. If you give it right tools, and those basic amino acids are so important. That's why your diet is so important.
Oh, I'm eating a purple carrot right now.
Hey,
A
you're my kind of
purple
girl.
carrot.
And I
Yeah,
made my own bone broth.
yeah.
And I'm gonna have a date for my dessert.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
nice. You see, he hates dates.
Prunes
Oh.
would be better.
Prunes.
You could make a Snickers with dates.
Yep.
You put
Oh,
almond butter
grunge.
in it,
Or
pecans, dip it
Snickers.
in stevia chocolate, and that's your snack.
Yes, exactly. Make your own stuff like that, because all these junk we are buying is putting toxins, and people are asking, why am I sick? Well, I won't answer that unless I go and live with you for a week, and I'm gonna look in your pantry and watch what you're doing, because we don't really understand how all of that impacts our life
Right,
and our
exactly.
health.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Incremental, it builds. Now, one more question I have, I don't mean to hog all the time here. But I know you mentioned, so on the heart, would they say 6 months being on the X39, your heart reverses? Let's see, what's the terminology? Kind of
Mhm.
goes
Yes.
back in
Well,
age,
what is that? Hold on.
kind of
Start.
reverses.
There
Like,
is a study, and I've been asking my upline, and they're not helping me right now. So I have to.
because
I
my
have to kind
friend
of-
that signed up, she's an attorney, and she was asking me, well, what kind of testing did they do to
Mhm.
prove that? And it like what kind of scan? I think it was some sort of scan. I don't think it was like a thermogram that would measure the heart,
No,
So
they do.
that's
They
what I
do.
was trying to find out. I couldn't really find it on the This Is It info with all of that.
No,
Um,
and there is another one, startx39.com. Did you know about that site?
right. Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
one. Yeah.
And over there at the bottom, they are listing a study where after, and now I don't remember if it was 6 months on a patch, the heart reverses by 2 years,
Yeah, it's something like that. I'm just
something like that.
curious to find out what kind of scan or testing they did to prove
Mhm.
that. Because people
And
ask and, you kind of want to give them the right information. So,
yes, when people have kind of they're either nurses, nurse practitioners, or any kind of people like that, they want that information.
right,
And
right. Yeah. You
that's
can
so
have to-
let me remind myself that I need to get hands on this and bring it here, and then hand it to you guys.
Do you want me
So
to share the 2 little testimonies I shared with Steve last week? Just to,
absolutely.
okay.
And then we will have LCAT talk, but right now, go ahead, talk your testimony.
Okay. So my husband's in this training and his coworker, they were having to do like a simulator jumping out of an airplane kind of thing. And his instructor jumped out kind of the wrong way and tweaked his knee. He goes, oh my gosh, I've got to go to urgent care. And my husband, Randy, said, no, let's go back to the hotel. My wife's got some patches. We'll try them on your knee. And he goes, oh, okay. And so he gets back to the hotel and he's telling his wife, I think I got to go to urgent care, but Randy and Kathy are coming down to the room to put a patch on me. So I get down there and I'm like, okay, Carl, where's the pain? And it was kind of the inside meaty part of the knee on his right knee. And I said, okay, I put the tan patch there with the ice wave. And then I said, okay, do the clockwork. So I did about 12 o'clock. No, it's still there. Well, I put it right on the side there, like 3 o'clock. He goes, oh my gosh, it's gone.
Wow.
I mean, instantly gone.
That
And
is
he's someone that has never heard about this. And, and the next morning I saw him getting off the elevator. He goes, Kathy, I slept so good. I had no pain. It hasn't come back. So I'm like, that was kind of my first
Yes.
testimony of seeing, one-on-one. So that was exciting. I'm like, okay, there's something to this. Well, about 3 weeks ago, I had a crown done back in December on one of my lower molars. And 6 weeks later, I'm feeling this excruciating pain, like that crown underneath, there was just an infection. And of course, it was on a Saturday. So, but I thought, it's so bad, I've got to call the dentist. I called him. I said, I'm doing all the homeopathics. I'm doing clove oil. I'm doing everything. And I'm doing ice. He goes, well, if it was nerve pain, you would be shooting through the roof with the ice. I'm like, okay. He goes, well, I'll just call on Monday and get in. And he's a holistic doctor. And I'm thinking, okay, well, Randy came back that night and I said, bring those ice wave patches back. I put it on that evening. I mean, as soon as I put it on, gone. And I was in pain all day. Like I was like, I've got to take something stronger than, this homeopathic stuff. And it went away. And so the next day, about 24 hours later, I kind of felt it coming back on again. So I switched out the patches. I go in on Monday morning, about 11 in the morning, the dentist, and I'm all patched up. He goes, what's that? I says, you are not going to believe this. So I told him, and of course I had some patches in my purse. I said, he goes, I'm all about stem cells. He goes, I study it. So I just hand them to him. He put one on right away. But I never got that pain back.
That is amazing.
That is encouraging.
Because Ray and I both don't really have anything crucial that we can say, oh, wow, this, but for something like that, I'm like, wow, if that works like that, what's the X39 continuing to do?
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
And that's been our point too, from the beginning, that once we got all these patches in, I just did a variety of ordering, and then we just started trying them. And it was because everybody that we had met that's been doing this as a business, they're all focused on X39. I'm like, well, why be so focused on that? What else does this company have to offer? And what works?
Yeah, which X39 is great for stem cell. And so X49, X39 together, they just powerhouse to make your stem cells go. But, and it takes time. Do you know that when they inject stem cells and how they do knee or shoulder or localized, you know what they tell you? You need to wait 6 months to a year for a full benefit because it takes time for stem cells to activate. But because like X39 helps sometimes, some people are one patch wonder. And is it because of stem cells? No, they need to activate and work. X39 does a lot of other things. It's the frequency that entered your body, and 4,000 other biochemical reactions started. So a detox started, and all of this is happening. So no, for stem cell activation, you got to be patient a little bit for this, like Jason on yesterday told us about his friend who had heart valve problem. And when he was on a patch for 4 months, he didn't feel anything. That's anything being repaired. Like he had no, like some people, I don't feel anything. Right? Well, he was supposed to go for surgery. And he had no idea stem cells activated and fixed his heart valve. So right before surgery, they were going to check on heart valve again. So prepare him for surgery. And surgeon was like, where is your problem? Like it's gone. Like you don't have heart valve problem. You see, and he was wearing a patch, not feeling anything. He would say, it doesn't work, it does do nothing. Yet it was repairing his heart valve. So, we have to keep waiting. Even us, we are only in it 3 months. So we don't even know. We are just having all kinds of things happen to us. And yes, we still have other issues. Like Steve's back is not 100%. We have some bad days, but they're not as bad as they used to be. And if you remove a patch and you go without patch a few days, you feel like, oh no, I need patch. You start feeling that you need it. So it's just a good thing. But anyway, your testimony is quite amazing. And not everybody has that amazing testimony from IceWave. I had immediate pain relief on my neck. On IceWave. It was just totally amazing because I don't use IceWave. I'm not in pain. X39 took my bone and my muscle pain away just naturally, but it just kind of really helped. I don't know why. I just don't have those pains anymore. My grip, like I had a pain by doing this every morning. That's gone just by X39. And but the neck problems that I had, and especially when I drive or I slept wrong, and I put IceWave on like this, and it just works for me. Very good. Thank you, Catherine, for telling us this testimony. Elke.
Elke, go ahead.
You need,
There we go.
Okay, I am here. I'm here. Hello. Can you hear me? Our internet is
Yes,
sporadic
we
here
hear
in
you.
Montana. It's in and out. So the day I called Jana, I actually got a tooth pulled and I was in pain. I could hardly talk that day. I wondered if I could have saved my tooth because I was in pain and had it pulled. But we are now 2 weeks only into the patch X39 and the tooth, the hole, I mean, healed up perfectly quick. I mean, good healing. I had some question though on the ice wave for a friend that has cancer. So did you leave the ice wave on continually until you have relief, or did you take it off also every 12 hours?
Well,
Ice Wave you can leave on for several days. In fact, normally people get pain relief for about 48 hours continual use on it. For me, I can go nearly 3 days with it before having to change it. But after the 48 hours, I do see the decline in the ability for it to reduce the pain.
well, and we don't know at this point if this is because ice wave just kind of heals the perception of pain and it works for 48 hours, or it deactivates after 12, 14 hours, just like any other patch. And before the pain, perception comes back, because I don't think ice wave is like forever healing everything,
No,
but
it doesn't
what
heal
what
anything.
it does is your perception of pain is it kind of mutes that, as far as I understand ice wave. And you have to find your right position. Sometimes people don't find position and they think it doesn't work because they don't play around with it. There is several positions they can use and try. And sometimes in a major damages, it only works 50% reduction. Like, for example, if you have a pain 9, 10 and it reduces it to 4, 5, I think it's worth it because it's less painkillers and better day with feeling pain number 4 than feeling pain number 10, or 9.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. And you have to have the X39 just to underlaying
Yeah.
repairing yourself. Yeah, thank you.
And if it
Awesome.
doesn't work, which I found, and literally when I asked around, and I was talking with Ashley, basically I call her colleague. I mean, she's my upline, but she's a functional medicine practitioner as well. And she says that what she found out when IceWave does not work is when people are on very many medications. That's number one. But she said when they have metal in their body or rods in their body, like they would have in spine all kinds of rods, or they had a hip replacement or knee
Right.
well,
Yeah.
somehow those metals in the body can interact, like to a point that interfere, and then they don't get those good results. So
I can see that. Yeah, and that lady I gave it to, she has metal in her leg. Yes.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But thank you so much for texting us and having hours up and hours. I hope we can help you with that and resolve that, yeah, and streamline that. But my other question is also, is there any testimonies out there for people that been on the patch for, say, 5, 10 years?
The patch is the X39. I mean, the company is 20 years old. The other patches they have are there for decades, right? And some are very, like, nobody really, not many people knew about it, but X39 is only 5 years old, and there are people who are on it 5 years old. And
I thought it was 3 years.
no, it's I think it's 5.
Okay.
18, right? 18, 19, 21, 2, 3.
Okay.
2018.
Yeah.
Right. It just started.
So with my issues, just quickly having chronic fatigue and having a thyroid problem. So I put my patch on my thyroid yesterday, and it was kind of a tired day for me. And today I got up, went to work 5 in the morning, went to work, cleaned house afterwards. And the first time I'm sitting down is at this meeting, and I'm like, wow. I have good days and bad days, but today I was like energizing bunny. It was it
Well,
was great.
Yes.
I will tell you with X39 that it balances hormones overall in the body. It will start balancing things out. So if you are on any medication for thyroid, be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it interacts like it won't kill you or anything, but maybe it will fix your thyroid to a point that if you take medicine like reduce thyroid or increase the hormone, what will happen that eventually you might, get some sort of reaction, and it's because of you're taking medication you don't need anymore. I mean,
That's right. I heard, I think this last week that a person healed it, but she had so much heart palpitation, and it was just too much. So, but after decreasing the meds, she was, doing much better. But yeah, I watch it. I watch
yeah,
it.
please watch it, and especially if you wear it right there. So,
It's visible.
yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Catherine. Thank you,
Thank
Elke.
you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, early on, I started following that Karen Can, Dr. Karen Can on YouTube, and she mentioned a thyroid protocol that's kind of that pyramid where you do the glutathione on your thyroid. I've got a thyroid nodule, and the doctors are like, "Oh, we need to take that out. It looks suspicious for cancer." I'm like, "No, I don't think so." But she mentioned putting that right on your thyroid, and then on your right side, put the X49 and then the X39 on the other side
Mhm.
as kind of a protocol. So I've done that.
Okay.
But, that kind of, I mean, I would think you could probably even wear that for a few days like that, but it's kind of just a triangle protocol, kind of
Mhm.
keeping it right there. So
Yeah.
So
Okay.
where was the website? Sorry, where's the
If,
information?
if you go to YouTube, Dr. Karen Can, Kane, is that right,
No, just
Catherine?
K-A-N.
KAN. And
K-A-N?
just
K-A-N.
type in like thyroid and she'll come up with all these wonderful ways to wear the patches different ways.
Mhm.
I mean, for stress, the Eon,
Sometimes you can put Ian right here,
Top of your head.
even over your hair, just when you have emergency, you know.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
all right. Any other question? I know Brother Les. Oh, by the way, my son Ethan, who is in LifeWave, he's not very much, how would I say, you might meet him one day. He's a little disabled, but he's working in the background and he's making kind of like testimonial compilations from just our people or our upline that happened, compilation that happened or some
So far,
testimonies
it's only,
that has happened very recently. So they're not these older ones you can find online, but just from us. And what is the problem with people is that when they don't feel something, they will speak, but when they do, they don't give you testimony. Like I will check on people and they're on patch 2 months and they're quiet. And I'm like, hey, how is are you patching? Are you doing? Oh yeah, I'm patching every day. So what's your experience? Oh, amazing. And blah, blah. And now they open up, but they would not speak out of their own. I have to ask them. Okay, so I noticed that people just they're just not naturally giving out testimonies. You have to really check with them, how they're doing, okay?
so Catherine, is
Right.
it okay to include your testimony with this?
So this is the
Great.
deal, like, because I'm seeing Les here, Brother Les.
Well,
And you gave a testimony to Ashley. She sent it to me. You made this cute video. It was really cute, really nice. And we appreciate it so much. So we included you in my son is making testimonial video, and it will be our gift to our brand partners, to you. What we're gonna do is we're not gonna put our link inside of the video. We're not gonna say lifewave.com/Benoon, go there. We won't say nothing, just testimonies. And then you can take that video. Of course, in the description, we're going to have a link, but it doesn't matter because when you are posting it on your social media, those are some new testimonies you can say, and you can say, if you have any questions, and I will make him to put in that video at the end, contact your distributor or
Contact the person
whoever,
that shared
the
this
person
video
that
with you.
shared this video with you, okay? So there will be our gift to you. So you can post it on your social media, like Facebook or whatever other social media you guys have. And that way the people can ask you and you can sign those people up under you. Okay, so that's coming. He's working on it as we speak. And so anyway, here you go, Sister
Denise.
Denise.
Okay, I was just gonna ask that video that you showed in the beginning with David Schmidt talking about the YH products. Is that on our back office? Because I hadn't seen that one before.
My form of education about patches is watching David Schmidt as much as I can. Like I will cook and turn him on, right? So I found this video. So what I will do, it's this one here, glutathione patches.
I'm gonna take
explain.
and post it in the comments for you right now. Give me
I have to
one
share a
second.
You can just,
You have to do
I
it
have to
that way.
share.
okay. Let me,
I'll also put it on Facebook too, so you guys have it for later there too.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're very
welcome.
welcome. 1 second, Brother Ron, hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay,
here we
go ahead, Brother Ron. You're muted still, brother.
Yes, there we go. I was curious. I've had so many things helped by this, but I have a question about DNA. They say that it restores it or repairs it or something like that.
Mhm.
Well, the reason I ask is I have a factor 8 and a factor 5 Leiden, and I have to take blood thinner for that. The factor 8 was so high, they said I'd clot 10 times faster than anybody else. So I had to start taking that. But it didn't happen until after I was 50. And I was curious, why didn't it happen before that if it's in my DNA? You know,
Mhm.
I don't know. And I wondered, would the X39 help that or?
Well,
It's possible.
this is what I want to say when people ask about specific conditions. And you as brand partners, you need to know that. We are not supposed to address diagnosis because it is a wellness product. If you are very familiar with what's going on with company, because they had a problem with FDA because of the stem cell activation, and the big pharma wants to own anything that you say about stem cells. They don't want to release it. Yeah, they want to be the, because if they find that stem cells are helping people, they want to kind of make it their product and they want to release it through their big pharma. So David Schmidt had to literally fight the fact that he can put, based on 80 clinical studies, he can put in literature, it activates stem cells. So when somebody is asking you, will it help this diagnosis? Will it help this? I suffer this, I suffer this. We don't know. We can't say it will. What we can say, it activates stem cells. You use the product, it will help, because when you have your own stem cells reactivated, a lot of things are happening in your body, and you might just find out it will help. But also keep in mind that 3 months is not enough. Not enough to activate.
No, I know. And I know, like you were talking about the thyroid medicine, I've had to take levothyroxine for several years now. They had to take it out. And will that interfere with that ice wave and things you were talking?
Again, it doesn't interfere with medication only if, let's say, that it fixes your condition and you take medication that increases in your body. Like I released that one testimony of a lady who was wearing X39 patches on her thyroid right here. And she had suffered thyroid problems for 30 years and she was on medication for it.
Okay.
So what started happening with her, she started to have heart palpitation after certain months of, and then she even went to seizures. So what happened is that X39 fixed her thyroid, rebalanced her body, and medication she was on was causing this. So
Oh, okay.
she figured out she doesn't need medication anymore. She went to doctor, everything was fine. And now she's off all the thyroid medication after 30 years. So she's fixed.
That's cool.
So there you will see on the video my son is making for us that there is a nurse out of Alabama, I think nurse practitioner, who suffered specific diagnosis. She took a blood test. She has blood tests to prove it, what her diagnoses were. And after several months on X39, she's off all of her medications. She went to do a blood test that came completely clean, came out completely clean. So it just might happen, but you know, sometimes it takes 6 months. And if you go onto the site, startx39.com, it tells you what it does between 1 and 3 months, what it does between 6 and 12 months.
Where's that at?
Startx39.com.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now.
Right. So let your body activate stem cells. But what I tell people is this: we are still mortal beings. It's not like you can't get a flu or you can now that, oh, I'm on X39, I'm 25, and all diseases just suddenly disappear and that's it. And it's like I'm immortal. Sometimes
Okay.
it's talked about that way and people misunderstand. And if they within 2 months they don't get some results, they're all discouraged. Remember the heart valve person, okay? Remember that testimony. Took 4 months. He had no idea, no feeling that it does anything, you know, and next thing he goes to be checked by a doctor, wanting to go, he was scheduled for surgery and they canceled surgery because his heart valve was fixed. So that's an amazing testimony. Who would ever think about this? Like, no, even him taking X39 didn't think this will happen. Because people just take it for a stem cell activation. I want you to look at it as this. It's a wellness product that is one of many tools how to take care of your health and prevent aging.
Well,
That's
one thing I did find, oh, I'm sorry. When I was younger, I worked construction a lot. I was outside all the time and I had skin cancers growing all over the top of my head. And every once in a while, I have scars up here where they burn them off. And I've been on that, 2.5 months on X39, and almost every one of them is gone. I saw one little spot up here, but it's going away too.
Yes, and
I mean, it
X39
helped
is
me in so many
amazing.
different ways.
It's amazing for scars. It's amazing for your skin. It activates skin stem cells that will start repairing your skin. I had a scar right here from when we were living in Israel, and I cut my hand opening a window that wouldn't open, and I just jerked it and it went literally, I cut it. And that scar was there always, like reminding me of the time we lived in Israel. And now it's barely visible. I cannot believe it. It's just, I can't even.
I don't think it'll get rid of mine.
Well, you don't know that, brother. How long are you on X39?
That was a radical fasciotomy they did in 89, 87.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
It's
But you're
helped my
looking
skin.
younger, Ron. You're looking younger already. You don't look a day over 80 now.
Boy, that's cool.
All right. We have brother Les asking question. Go ahead, brother.
Let me.
Yeah, I don't mind if you use that. You're more than welcome to use that video because it did help my hands because now I don't have to worry about them hurting anymore. But also, I got my son. He's going to go ahead and try to get on it too because I sent him some patches and asked him if he wanted to get on. He said he thought it was helping him. So I asked him if he wanted to go on, as a, I forget what it is, just as somebody just to try it out with, And he
Private
said that he would do that. Yeah, he said he would do that. So I got to get him on it. And
Yeah,
that there.
Yes, and Brother Les, what is your son wearing it for?
He's got fibromyalgia in that there. So he's in a lot of pain in that. The thing about sending him the ice wave, afterwards or get him introduced to that there, but I'll wait and see if he can get off his medicine with X39 first, if it helps him out that way, and then go ahead and introduce him to the ice wave in order to help him out, through the rest of it from a change if it changes him in that. He
A lot
said
of
he
people with that.
thought it making him better.
Right. It seems like fibromyalgia is one of the ailments that a lot of people get good results with on X39.
I would say 90% people react very positively, and it would be like illnesses like fibromyalgia, so for bone pain, also migraines, depression. And I will speak here about women a little bit because, and I know we have a lot of men here, but it's okay. I will bring Ashley for that, but it regulates hormones. So women might notice spotting and get scared. Don't be scared. It's very common with X39 because your whole body will re-regulate. And then after that, it stops and you are just completely different person as far as hormonally. So girls with PMS, that comes down and like they don't have it anymore. So after several months of X39, so keep that in mind if you're talking to somebody, you know, that this will happen as well. And we had people calling in with things that were happening like that, and that's all it was. Anyway.
And through Ashley and that there, we told her that, we didn't really notice anything at first, but she said, well, what's your lifestyle? And we don't take medicines. I've never been on doctor's medicines in my life. We take a lot of herbs, and stuff like that and try to eat healthy. She said that's one of the reasons why you don't really feel, an instant change on that there is because your body is actually, more healthy, and a lot of person that has more ailments that they would notice the difference. So she said it would take, time to really notice something different, but, we really don't have much really that's bad with us, really.
That's a blessing I never realized how sick people are until we started sharing patches, what they're telling me. And I don't want to speak about people unless they are willing to share, but I will tell you just the sickness and illness and disease that people suffer. It's mind blowing. And how Western medicine is not helping. And when there are illnesses that are chronic in nature, there is really no help from doctors. They can't do it, and they do tremendous damage. And I'm not telling diabetics to get off insulin, but I would do everything I can to get off of it. I would do every single tool in a natural medicine to lower my blood sugar, not to be on insulin, because it's that horrible for your body, that damaging. It's just that. Why do you think that so many people losing legs and extremities while they're under doctor's care with diabetes? It's
Oh, this is just a Band-Aid to cover up the effects that you got first medicine they gave you.
Yes, and you want to wake up that pancreas. You want to wake it up to make insulin. And when you put this synthetic insulin in the body, it shuts the pancreas down even more and more and more and more, so it can never wake up because it's a synthetic, nasty insulin. And yeah, it saves life immediately sometimes, but I will tell you to stay on it constantly and always. Do everything you can in a natural medicine, not just patch. Patch is one of many tools, just one of many. And that's how you look at it. It's a good tool, but it's only one. There is a lot of things, and do all of them and try to get off that insulin. Okay, go ahead, Brother Ron.
Yeah, I was just going to say on the pain, I use the Eon patch more than I do anything for that. It works good for me. I can put it right on the spot. I mean, it'll be gone in a few minutes. But also, you're talking about, I have type 2 diabetes and I don't take anything for it now.
Yes. You know, my dad had type 2 diabetes, at least by diagnosis. Doctors put on your diagnosis and you start believing. They will tell you what you have and you believe it, and now you have it. But I will tell you one thing. Yeah, I'm not saying they lie all the time. They don't. There's a lot of good doctors that actually do very good things. And we do need allopathic medicine. We really do need it, because imagine if, you have appendicitis and you need a good surgeon to remove your appendix. I mean, so it has its place, but it's literally not helping people with chronic illness.
Well, all the pills it seemed to me like you're taking the pill so you can continue to take the pill. It's not, and then they wanted to put me on insulin, and that's when I said, okay, that's enough. You know, I've
Mhm.
seen what that does.
Yes, and that's how my father was. They tried to put him on insulin. He refused and literally walked out of doctor and never went back. And we control it completely naturally. There is another it's a natural substance called L-Theanine. That's what you can write that down and research that. But there is supplements you need to be on when you're diabetic, definitely like chromium. Okay, that's one of them, one of many. There is some herbs that you need to be on, and major is your lifestyle. And also, and I hate to say, like, I will say it the Christian way, okay, it's prayer or meditative prayer and with Jesus and Christ and how he provides
Well, I
healing.
do that every day. In fact, he probably gets tired of hearing from me.
Right. And you need to start believing that he has the power to direct your life toward healing.
That's fun. I like that.
Okay, so
I tell you what, Brother Steve, you did a great job the other night on Thursday. That helped me a lot.
I'm glad that did, brother. You know, I'm gonna probably go ahead and post that maybe on Patreon for people there.
That was really good.
So, and for those that are here, it'll be this coming Thursday night again at 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know exactly what I'm going to go into, but we went into building your faith for divine healing. And that's at stephenbenoon.com. We set it up as a Zoom meeting to where it can have up to 500, but there was just a small group of us there. What, about 18, Brother Ron, I guess, something like that?
Somewhere around that, but it doesn't matter how many was there. That was really great. I really appreciated that.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm so glad that was helpful. So,
all right, now, is there any business questions? I mean, I hate to speak about these patches as business, but it's that way how it's given to distributors. And second way that it can help you is where you are in a position right now, you start sharing them with others. And next year, by that time, if you kept sharing and working, you will see, I'm not saying you will take till next year, right? But you will see it's like I always say that it's a wheel that starts moving slowly, but then it starts picking up speed and it takes life of its own. So if you share this, it might create you income, and it might create you as much income as much time you put into it. And some of you are very good marketers, better than I am. And some of you are not. This is why I tell you, plug into those meetings. And if you have any business questions right now, if I know how to answer, I will. If I don't, I can ask my upline. So any questions on
Catherine
business?
had one.
Catherine.
I did find the heart thing real quick. So it does say on that new website that you sent, that it reverses 8 years after 6 months on the X39.
Okay. 8 years, not 2 years, 8 years.
Wow, 8 years. That's a lot for 6
Right.
months.
That is a lot. Like, that is amazing.
But
So
we want to know like what kind of testing they did to prove that.
okay, I will contact
Hey,
Mia.
hang on one second.
Mia is-
Dr. Galen, I think you're still in here. Do you know the answers to that on the testings that they did?
Yeah, I think it was probably either an echocardiogram where they measure cardiac output, or it might have been angiography. But I think it was some kind of a functional imaging modality where they can quantitate cardiac output.
Mm.
And we have
Yeah.
here our smart Dr. Galen, so I better watch what I say. Right? Like, I better really watch my accuracies for everything. So Dr. Galen, did I do good?
Oh, you did great.
Okay.
I had one other thing to kind of just mention. This kind of just came to me in the last week, because we're putting out a lot of patches to a lot of people. And I said to my wife the other day, you know how they pray over prayer cloths?
Yes.
You know, and you send them out. We should do that with the patches.
Mhm.
That's a very
Pray
good idea.
for healing and a quick response. That'll be a business builder as well.
Yes.
For them to see really quick responses to these patches. I
I will
yield.
tell you, Brother Galen, thank you for saying that. I don't want to mix faith with patches, but I will tell you the truth that when I put on patch every morning, I thank Lord Jesus. I always say, thank you, Jesus, for giving me avenue to or knowledge, and that you led me to a patch that can activate my stem cells that you put in me, so just being thankful. And if you understand how miraculously our bodies are made, because our bodies are factory of an amazing things. And if
Yeah.
we can give it a tool to produce those things we need, we will need less and less medications. So,
Right.
Now, one thing is important though, is that, if you believe in something, it will work better regardless.
Yeah,
So
faith.
faith is very important in that aspect of it.
And I will add to this, I was reading on how even doctors themselves, surgeons, okay, see that if they pray with their patients, and if their patient really believes that I need that doctor to perform my surgery because I trust that one, the surgery outcome is better, a lot better, because the faith compiled with good surgeon, or faith compiled with a good program for your body, like patches and other health program. Because remember, patch is only one tool in your box. That's just one of many you need to do. And if you are here and you are eating junk, your patches might take a long time, because your stem cells have to keep working so hard to keep fixing all the damages you do. So watch your junk you eat. And I'm saying to you, like, people ask me, but I said, if I live with you for a week, make me a room, I will go to your house and I'll watch you. Well, you do. I watch here my husband, and believe it or not, sometimes I have to like scream. I have to say, no, you're not doing that. Because he would just eat donuts.
Y'all want to see the black and blues?
No.
I'm just
No, he will eat like powdered donuts. He had them. I found them in his office. He was putting them in his.
I had them hid pretty good though.
Yeah, he was hiding them.
Did
And I was cleaning up his office and I found them. And I was like, what is this? You're eating powdered donuts?
For the
Now,
dog.
Listen, it wasn't recent either, but it did happen. Okay. So now he's watching it, because he will tell me now, well, believe it or not, I am not even wanting it anymore. I know it's very bad for me, the refined sugar. Yes.
I did discover, and this is no lie, I discovered that when I have any kind of sugar intake, arthritis goes through the ceiling in pain. And I did not realize that I had arthritis that bad. I've been told I've had it, but never really thought about it before. But if I don't do sugar, I don't have nowhere near the pain.
And another one is dairy. And I will have, once I graduate with this program I'm doing, there is a problem with casein type 1. And if you know difference between casein type 1, casein type 2, and what dairy can do to your body, the enormous amount of inflammation. And imagine if you doing your cereal with milk with casein type 1. Oh my goodness, you're causing your body tremendous.
Not milk. If you want to get away from dairy, there is a milk called not milk. That's the only hypocritical milk I've ever drank that is absolutely amazing.
And nut milks are not hypocritical. Those are the milks that our body should have, almond milk and hemp milk.
It tastes like the real deal though.
Yes, so for Steve, it had to be the real deal tasting. So we found nut milk that fits his little taste buds. So
Yeah.
I'm glad he's not in regular milk anymore.
Well, I never drank regular milk. I drank goat milk because goat milk is just out of this world.
Easier
good.
digestion. It's not it's naturally not, naturally homogenized. You don't need to homogenize goat milk. And so it's easier if you can take that wild taste of it. I kind of, myself, I dislike it, but a lot of people do like it, and Steve likes it. So, but he's on a nut milk right now. So Anyway, any other questions? Thank you, Dr. Galen, so much. You're such a resource for us. Like, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, seen just in the last few years, there's been this new development in veterinary medicine where people have been using carnosine eye drops for cataracts or vision issues related to the lens. And I found that really interesting because you can now use a carnosine patch and that would replace the eye drops. But the reason it works so well is because of the microvasculature in the eye. Really, where carnosine performs is the brain and the heart, where there's really a lot of vasculature that's very important. And so I haven't used the carnosine patch yet. I have them on order, but I think that's a really exciting thing, and I'm glad you went over that. Thanks.
Could that be then the reason why I had eye improvement is more from carnosine then rather than X39 possibly, or the combination of both?
Mhm.
It's a possibility. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I make sure I put it on him 3 times, and it is one of the night patches for him. So because during the
We're
day,
not discussing that, Pat.
right? Well, no, there is one place where you put your carnosine patch, and it is on the lowest point of your spine,
He
tailbone.
calls it the butt crack patch. We ain't gonna go there.
This is not gonna be posted now on YouTube, Steve. I mean, just it was. I can't believe he said that.
Oh,
No, it's-
gosh.
Okay, that's one place where you can put. Now there we go. Okay.
Where's that located at again?
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, it helps brain tremendously much for memory and clarity, fog. For me, it was like night and day. Like X39 helped me with immediately with, I guess, GABA regulation of my brain, with PTSD control. But I will tell you that when I added carnosine, and I used to wear it every day, my trio was carnosine, X39, X49. I love X49 for bones and muscles and bones in my age. Women get into osteoporosis later in life or osteopenia, and clinical studies. That's what made me to. When I read them, I got excited, so I started wearing X49 for that reason, that I need my bone, keep my bones, right? So, but carnosine, after a while, it increases in your body, it reaches a certain level, and then you don't need anymore. Like it actually stays within your body for several days at a certain level. So what you need to do is reduce the amount you're wearing it, and it also saves your money because you don't have to reorder it every single month, and you can stretch it out over 2 months, or wear it 2 times a week or 3 times a week after you've noticed that. I literally noticed that I have enough carnosine because my brain I was like, wow, like when I was 25 in college, like I could retain information and it was so easy. And I was like, what's happening? I feel so good. Like I could go to medical school, and start studying. So just carnosine is that important for your brain. And it has other benefits for heart and stuff, like just Dr. Galen said. Okay, so anybody else, because we're always keeping it so long, and I apologize. I don't want to keep you here so long, but I just want you to be happy. And Sister Aliza, is everything okay with you? With your business, you're doing really good sharing. So I don't know if you can hear me.
No, she can't hear you. She just hopped in here just to watch the pictures.
Yeah. I guess maybe she walked out of a room or something. Okay, anybody else? Carol?
Go ahead,
Connie,
Catherine.
Catherine.
I'm doing good.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't get my unmute to come on.
Sister Ali's unmuted. How are you doing?
We're doing very well. Thank you. We had prayer, so we were late coming in.
That's okay.
Not-
And your friend, I forget her name right offhand, was it
Tanya,
Tanya?
Tanya.
Is she still doing well?
She is. I had her and Pat was supposed to be on here tonight, but I can't see them.
It's okay. I wasn't texting no one today. I had no time. We were such a cramped day, very busy. We worked physically today a lot, which that's didn't happen a long time. So we were amazed we could actually do as much as we did. But so I wasn't able to, I was just rushing to get here and I said, oh, I didn't have time to text everyone. So remember, every Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern
We got it.
PM. Okay,
We got it.
externhub.com and just come in.
That'll work. All right,
Thank
guys, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'll post this up on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yes, and
thank
Brother
you,
Ron
brother.
he actually made
No,
it.
this is the one I made for you guys.
Oh, that is
Bless your
so
heart, my
kind.
brother.
Thank you.
So
That's kind of you.
that's some work.
Yes.
I don't know if you can read it or not.
He
It's probably
whittled
back.
it with a butter knife,
I had
Yeah.
to use a toothpick and a, what do you call that? A ice pick?
right?
No,
That's
just
amazing
laser.
work, though. Oh my goodness.
I was just gonna show you, I got it done today. Got
God
the
bless
hanger
your
on the
heart.
back.
Thank you, Brother Ron.
Thank you. Amen.
So appreciate it. Okay, and you said about Eon patch, and real quick before we say goodbye, yes, Eon patch can reduce inflammation. In fact, our ANT Charlotte, at first we ran out of samples for X39, so we just gave her Eon, and she had major swelling of her hand arthritis, and
She's 75.
yes, and all I had with me was Eon when I met her, and I said, why don't you put an Eon? And I think, where did she put it? Like right here.
I think she put it on
Yes.
her hand.
And she told us, my pain is gone, swelling is gone. I don't know. That's
And
just,
her
you know.
complete body, in fact.
So
just-
now the Eon is what she loves. And I try to persuade her, no, X39, you got to do that one too. But so yes, Eon can be very helpful as well. And you need to try that one. And some people sleep with it really good. And some people tell me that they stay up with it. So that's something up to trying how your body reacts as far as sleeping. Okay.
Wow, how many of those can you wear at one time?
You can wear up to 4 patches a day.
No, not Eon, only one.
No, Eon, only one. Always use just one. But you
He's
mean
gonna tattoo his whole body with it.
okay.
Oh, goodness.
So thank you
I was
all.
gonna get rid of some swelling in both hands, you know?
There you go, brother. But you can put it right there in the center of your chest there and wear it there, right there at the bottom of the
Because
sternum.
that one is for glutathione. If you go to your back office
Oh,
to resources,
I thought that was Eon too.
I thought so.
No?
I'm not sure now. You know, there's like so much to learn and remember and retain, but I didn't look lately. But if you go to your back office, there is resources. Look at everything in there because they describe every patch in depth and then tell you where to place it. So
Bedtime.
make sure.
I didn't know they had all of that in that back office.
They do. Brother Ron, there's a lot of stuff. I'll tell you what, maybe later this week I'll do a Zoom with you and I'll
We
walk
really
you
need to
through
do
some of
back
this.
office training. I
That'd
always
be
wanted to
great.
do that. Yes, when we just can tell you and show you how to look up things in your back office and what they all mean.
Yep.
Sister Jana, you were talking about the glutathione earlier and saying it removed heavy metals and stuff. Isn't that a part of what causes dementia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
Yeah.
help someone with dementia though?
Oh, it does. My other aunt, who's 71 years old, she was diagnosed with dementia and we put her on X39 and within 3
Well, the
weeks.
glutathione. Listen,
Oh, the
even
glutathione, sorry.
X39 detoxifies heavy metals too. It detoxifies your
Yeah.
body of toxins, but when you add glutathione, it does detoxify heavy metals.
Well,
And-
I have her on that. In fact, Brother Steve was praying for her the other night when we had that meeting. and she's doing a lot better now. And I just wondered, I've had her on the 39 now for about 3 weeks, and they're wanting to. I took them some 49 and carnosine, but I was wondering about the glutathione.
That's why I did glutathione today, because the benefits are so tremendously amazing. And because I can almost guarantee you, all of you are suffering with no glutathione in your body, unless you had some IV injections. Because
So
you,
I use it.
as we are,
One thing though,
Yeah.
David said in the video that we were playing at the beginning though, when it comes to the glutathione and carnosine, is 3 days a week wear carnosine on the opposite days wear the glutathione. Don't wear them on the same day. And I think that's so you don't overload the body with detox.
yes, increase fluids, but hydration, we talked about it yesterday. And I had just a very private meeting yesterday with very few people. Just those who had some very specific issues as far as the business. But what I want to say is
Well, she
hydration.
said she was taking the hydration, the electrolytes, everything like I told them to do. And she's the one that I think got into detox. She got real bad, feeling real bad and everything, got sick. And I told him just take her off of them. And then I talked to you. You sent me a regimen of how to wear them like that. And I forwarded it to him, and that's what they've been doing. So
And then they're
it
better,
seems
right?
to be working out.
Yeah.
I wanted to thank you for that too. That you guys have done so much at different times that it,
No, you're welcome,
It's
brother.
wonderful to hear testimonies of people getting better, especially suffering with such a horrible
Mhm.
disease.
And also, I want to quickly talk about hydration here, because this is important. And yesterday we had a meeting, and I don't think some of you were on it. Not because I didn't tell you, it was just for a few people who are sharing patches and they had some issues with business to how to do it. So we talked about hydration. There is tremendous amount of people having detox reactions. And so I always say, you know what, every time patch should come with electrolytes, because it's so important. And we sometimes forget to stress that. So we had a sister on Donna, and Stevie's tired, so we gotta go, but I will tell you, Sister Donna has a specific knowledge of how to make your own electrolytes. It's so easy, right? You have to have this real salt. They sell it in health food stores or Whole Foods or Earth Fare or those type of stores. It's real salt. It has about over 70 minerals. It's unrefined. It's not a Morton salt. If you right now use Morton salt, sodium chloride, and that's all you use, that's completely irradiated, and they use bleach agents to bleach it, and they take
Yeah.
away all of the minerals, and then you put that in your body. What it does, it's gonna cause water retention, high blood pressure. You're actually harming your body. If you have Morton salt in your house, throw it away to garbage today, like right now, out. You need to get
All I've got
real
is
salt.
sea salt, but I did get the salt. You sent me a picture of what to get on the salt, and I got it.
Yes, and that one is the best salt. That's the only one we cook with. And you have to put half a teaspoon. Steve made those minerals today. How did you do
Half a
it?
teaspoon is what I used, and I blended it in the blender and I drank it, and it tasted like salty water, but not heavily salty water.
3 to 5 minutes, you blend it on a low, because the molecules of salt, minerals, and molecules of water is gonna kind of like come together.
Yep, it'll look gross like that.
And then you drink it first thing as you wake up to remineralize your body. Now, your body doesn't need coffee first thing in the morning. It actually needs minerals.
Huh.
And that's part of hydration, because if you drink a lot of water and not minerals, it will actually hurt you. A lot of water is gonna actually take minerals out. I mean, it's just gonna water them down, and then you are dehydrated drinking
Yeah.
water.
You
You
flush your
need
body of everything.
minerals.
That's true.
And so hydrate your body properly. Hydration does not equal just tremendous amount of water.
Well, I think that salt you told me to get with the trace minerals and all that in it, I think that'll probably help.
And with
Yeah.
patches, it's crucial that you are mineralized. Electrolytes have something to do with electric charges in our cells, and of course, the patches work on electromagnetic base. So when you are not properly, mineralized and hydrated, then you can have those reactions in your body when you start the patches, and then people get scared, and it's nothing to be scared about. Just increase your mineralization or hydration. Okay.
I think I'm taking up too much of your time. Thank you for all the help.
No,
Dave.
you're not. I just want to tell you so many things all at once, so I'm blobbing it all out so fast, but I hope you understand and learn.
Yeah, I
and
got that, and I didn't know you could blend it in water like that. That'd be helpful too.
I didn't either. The sister Donna gave us this knowledge yesterday, and yes, Catherine.
Well, thank you.
Have you ever heard of Soleil salt? I put it in the chat there. So Soleil salt is you take a couple tablespoons of like the Redmond salt with all the minerals, and then you fill it up with water. You let it sit for 12 hours so it gets fully saturated.
Right.
And then in the morning, you take a teaspoon of this and put in like an 8-ounce glass of water and fill the rest up with water and drink that first thing in the morning, so you get really hydrated, or add it to your water bottle during the day to go work out. And then at night, doing it before you go to bed helps you not get up to go to the bathroom because you're able to retain, and it's made a big difference. Yeah.
Wow.
Hair,
Wow.
skin, nails, all this. So
That is amazing. So
I learned that
again,
from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. She had a great tip on that. So we've been doing that the last 6 months.
that's
Yeah, I'm thinning on top. I probably could be drinking some salt at night, man.
okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for that tip as well. So we love you all. You have a wonderful night.
Brother
and-
Les is hiding his. He don't want none of us to know either, so there you go. All right, guys.
Okay.
God bless you all, and we will talk again soon. And I'll call you, Ron, Tuesday. Good night, guys.
Good night. You have a blessed night and blessed